Hey, Hope City, it is 7:45, and sorry I'm a little late this evening with the snow and everything. I had to do a couple different things on my normal routine that intersected right with 7 o'clock. So I'm here, it's 7:45, and let's see what God has to tell us, because I believe whatever time it is, he's always talking. So this past Sunday, I got to minister on giving as a vital sign. And we've gone through several different vital signs, and basically we're equating that to, if you go to the doctor, they check all your vitals. They want to check and make sure your blood pressure is right, your heartbeat is right, your temperature, all these different things that you're breathing, your oxygen levels are good, all these different things they check to make sure you're functioning properly. And if you're not functioning properly in one of those, it can affect any or all of them. So if your heart is not beating right, then it really impacts your breathing. It impacts, your blood pressure. It impacts a lot of different things. So what we're really trying to do is get everybody to focus and understand and realize what's taking place in a spiritual, kind of a physical, or getting your vital signs checked. Getting all of that checked so that you know you're operating at full capacity. And if there's something not working right, for example, if you don't have vision on what God's doing for you and where God's leading you, then it really could impact a lot of different things in your life, because you don't see reason for being here. People always like, oh, why am I here, and all these things. Well, that's people with very little hope, and they don't have a vision. They don't understand what God's called them to, that he has a purpose for them. And so finding out what that is from God is vital to your life. So, and one thing that I talked about this past week, and we're talked about giving, but I talked about it a little from a different standpoint. You're not just from giving money and everything. We did briefly talk about that, but really it's giving of yourself to what God's calling you to do. It's denying yourself and giving yourself to God. And the truth with that if you deny yourself and you give yourself to God, that the life that you live will be more, you'll be more fulfilled doing what he's called you to do, rather than trying to live out your own life. One of the great lies I feel in this world that the enemy really gets people with is they need to find themselves. And really, they need to find out who God says they are. Because if you find yourself, you're not going the direction because God's called you to deny yourself, to lay down your life, and to pick up your cross and follow him. So, and it's one of these truths of the Bible that if you pursue God, he will be found. Ask and he'll answer. Knock and he'll open the door. Seek and you'll find him. So in John 8:30, I'm going to read 31 and 32, and this is out of the New King James. But it says, "Then Jesus said to those Jews who believed him, 'If you abide in my word, you are my disciples indeed. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.'" And, I talked about it this Sunday, a difference in my mind, because sometimes people will quote that and they'll say the truth will set you free. Well, I think the word make and the word set, and you might think differently, but for me, this helps me really get a understanding of it, is like, if you're made free, it's like the Emancipation Proclamation with Abraham. He freed the slaves. They were made free, but they weren't set free until they were released from the owners and from the people who had held them in bondage. So even though they were made free, there still had to be a physical movement, a physical act on their part to get out of that and to get themselves free, or to be freed. So an example of that is, like, if you're in a prison cell, and the way I always picture this, if I'm made free, this prison cell is open, the door is open, and there it says you're free. But if I never get out of there, and I never get up and walk, I never put action to it, then I'm still captured. I'm still being held captive in a cell with an open door. To be set free, I see it as somebody walking into the cell, grabbing me, dragging me out of the jail, and throwing me out into the street and saying, "You're free, get out of here." God is not going to do that. He's going to show you how free you are, so that you will willingly and appreciatively just say, "Yes, God, thank you for making me free. I'm going to follow in your freedom that you've made it for me. So Jesus was talking to the Jews in that, and it's a truth. And that's why Jesus said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. And too many times I think we put things in our life ahead of what Jesus has for us. I heard a testimony. I'm not going to use names yet because I want to give them a chance to give it. But man, the Holy Spirit just spoke to them to do something. And they immediately stopped what they were doing and they went and did it. And when they got to the place that the Holy Spirit told them to go, there was somebody there that they got to witness to. And I think they were already born again, but it was an encouragement to that person. It was something that was, God had a appointment set for that person to be met by someone from our church, and they got to minister life to them. That's giving your life to God and saying, God, use me as you see fit. Use me whenever you need me to, whenever you need it. Let me know what I can do. I'm going to lay down myself. I'm going to deny myself, and I'm going to give myself to you. And that's what this giving message really is about, is I'm going to give myself to you, God. What do you want from me? When do you need me? However you need me, I'm available. And that's what the full crux of the message really from Sunday is I give myself to you, God. And so when we talk about giving, it's not just giving our money or whatever. It's about giving ourselves and everything that we have. Money, time, resources, our energy, our knowledge, our skills, over to be used by the kingdom. So that's what I got. I think I'm at 7 minutes. So God bless you all. Sorry to be late, but love you. Thank you for your patience. God bless you all. Have a great night. Stay warm, and we will see you Sunday. Bye-bye. Don't forget, all our 7 at 7s every night. God bless y'all.